It is Osaka. It makes sense to be pronounced O and not Dai because fucking it's a name of a Japanese place. So good reading. Tokyo versus Osaka, 20 on 20. So this is a fat 2v2 team tournament. I mean, not 2v2, 20 versus 20. It's basically an East versus West. But instead of East versus West, it's fucking Tokyo versus Osaka. Doesn't Akuma get something cool there? Not Akuma Oni. Oh, look at that. That's max damage. That sounds retarded, but that's actually max damage for T-Hawk off of like that connect. It's 5 lights. The only serious link he has is stand jab, stand strong, and also stand strong, stand strong. And those only work at point blank. They're both pretty easy though. I think they're both 2 frames. Stand jab, stand strong might actually be 3 even. And then you can combo stand strong into EX Spire or uppercut. T-Hawk's link combos are very shitty. You get a DP here. He missed it. Probably because of angling. It was really hard to pick that up. I look like jump fierce or something. This is going to kill if it's... Oh, it's medium. You never see the animation for medium. That was well chosen. Because I think light was not going to kill and hard was too far away. That was like rare footage of medium being the right one. Okay. Nice. Reversal DP or reversal SPD is 2 frames. Spire is actually not even his fastest. It's like his slowest special move actually. Not that you can link into SPD. Okay. EXDP. He just blocked and then started mashing 360s. T-Hawk is pretty scary because he could have just as easily started mashing. That was the link. That was the one I was talking about. He could have just as easily started mashing SPD or DPs instead of SPDs, and any attempt to get out of the SPD would have gotten hit by the DP. T-Hawk has a pretty good up close 50-50, and by pretty good I mean one of the best ones in the game. How? Really? The only thing is the math is shitty. This fucking camera is so dark I can't even fucking see Balrog. It's a shadow. That's the link into sweep. He just missed the sweep. Not too bad in the grand scheme of things. Stand jab sweep is a 1 frame link for Balrog. Crouch fierce. You gotta be really careful about anti-airing T-Hawk with normals because he can Hawk dive. It's shitty mathematically, but like it's still a mix-up. That's T-Hawk in general. Hawk dive doesn't give him that good of a jump in. It's like a worse version of Mika's down medium punch, which is already not that good. It's good that she has it, but it's not that good. T-Hawk's Hawk dive is even worse. What's that white? This might, I think that's a punish. This is going to do a shit ton. This might kill him. Nasty. That was an unscaled ultra, one of the strongest ultras in the game, full ultra, and also he had like 200 white health. And that was a punish because that dash is at best -4 when not spaced. Or I mean when not meaty. Because that was spaced but not meaty. But like it wasn't spaced enough to dodge the ultra. This is famously a really hard matchup if it's Balrog versus like Geef. T-Hawk probably wins for similar reasons. Or maybe not wins, because T-Hawk's a worse character than Geef. Which SF did you get? Oh, that didn't combo. They gave him low forward into EX Spire, but it has a habit of falling out. Nice. All those jabs. EX Spire is safe. Which is why he ended with it there. That was counter hit stand hard kick. I feel like that would have killed if it was Street Fighter 5. He had such little health, and then he got a counter hit heavy normal. Just kind of surprising that didn't kill. Balrog's got a lot of HP, doesn't he? Is he 1100 or is he 1050? I think he's 1100. I think he's 1050. Look at all those players. Alright, Sakura. This is like borderline a counter pick. Sakura does a lot of fucking damage. Her her keep away tools are kind of garbage, but T-Hawk's approach tools are kind of garbage, so like Sakura ends up being okay. And she's got a really good punish in for Hawk Dive with DP. But the main thing is like T-Hawk can't play without taking risks for the most part. And Sakura's punishes on either the SPD or the DP are very, very strong. Oh, nice. Sadly, that was probably T-Hawk's best punish there. If he like let Sakura do the entire DP, he might not have been able to chase her in time. Okay, got the autocorrect. That is not that good when it autocorrects because it's not very... It's like kind of fast, but it doesn't have a habit of hitting its first hit in that context. So the autocorrect generally won't matter. Good crouch fierce. Oh, he's dead. GG. You have to always expect that with T-Hawk. That's basically the only way he can turn that match around. Like, he had to land like 4 DPs. Or like 1 Ultra. It's like, just fucking hold up, damn it. Are you like new to Street Fighter in general? Because I probably would have picked up 5 rather than 4. If you're new in general. There's a lot more players these days. And it's easier to learn. But that's good. It's good that you picked this game up. It's a good game. This is a really good game. You should go check out Fudo if you haven't. He is a good Fei Long. Probably the best. That was like gonna chip out, or very nearly chip out. And it was probably plus from that range. It did chip. I thought it might have, but I wasn't sure. This is... I mean, I think every character beats T-Hawk, but this isn't that bad. Oh, what a bad punish. Okay, good combo. T-Hawk doesn't really have a wake up before he has meter. And his wake up when he does have meter is kind of bad. That's a bad trade, but not that bad. He did that too early. It would have worked. Car throw? Well. Can you do like cancels and stuff? That's like the first thing most people have to learn. I'll play you in either one if you want to. I'm pretty good though. I'd like smash any beginner. That looked like close fierce. Oh, that was like an OS, but it was a shitty one. He OS'd an overhead. That was definitely not max damage. Okay. That's a cool combo that T-Hawk got in Ultra. Looks really cool, does okay damage. It actually does like the most damage you can do with a confirm. It's a cool combo. Let's actually look at the damage it did. Damn it. It's like at... fuck, I just want... If only there was some key that could take me back frame by frame. Where's the one that... What's the one that moves me back 10 seconds? That's less than 10 seconds. That's the 10-second one. It's J. So Ken's HP is like here. And then T-Hawk gets Sand Jab, Stand Strong, EX Spire, and Uppercut. That's not a whole lot, but it's nice. I need to learn all those commands, dude. They're useful. There's a frame by frame one too. Anti-air DP was going to work there, but T-Hawk got caught focusing. Never anti-air focus Ken because he's got... Oh! So Ken has a little bit of an annoying thing that his hard Tatsu on hit is -1. Which means that T-Hawk can actually Ultra 1 his hard Tatsu on hit. On hit! Like on reaction. Which is, you know, you die. Surprised that wasn't empty jump Ultra, it would have worked. That's a double overhead. Triple overhead actually because of what Ken did afterwards. Nice button. That's a really good button. It's particularly good in this matchup. There's no way out of that. T-Hawk was dead from the second he jumped forward. This isn't like super high level play. Honestly, these players are probably... Like, these two players right here are probably as good as me. If even. Okay, that's pretty good. Empty cancel. He's got setups. That was tricky. Got the one frame laying. That can happen. Setups that land on the front, Ken can DP, but he can't necessarily tell setups that land on the front. That setup landed on the front too. But she ended up behind him, but it was a block on the front. Okay. I don't remember if the EX kunai juggles there after the EX DP. It's been too long. I don't remember if that's a combo in this game or if that's only cross Tekken in Street Fighter 5. She teched the throw, but he car through after she teched. Counter hit. He had a link there. Hard DP. Or aluminium kick. This should kill quite comfortably. Ken's crouch sharp punch does 10 more damage than a stand hard punch, fun fact. Slightly better for punishing. I forget Ken's optimal link combo for punishing. It sounds strange to say that, but I don't remember it. That was an anti-delayed stand. He's better off going for the setup than the red focus here, because he had a long combo. Okay, I like that. Didn't FADC, I think that was the right play. Unless it was counter hit, FADCing was not good. Or counter hit or block, I should say. Bad punish. He had like a full ultra there. That was basically the turnaround. If you don't dash a focus attack, they're like minus 29 or something. They're like a lot. They're very unsafe. He could have reacted to that and hit it with at least a fucking low forward 4-frame button. Something. Anything but that. This Ibuki's pretty good. I think this Ibuki's better than me. I know a lot of the block directions on Ibuki, so I usually do okay against them. I don't remember when I learned them, but at some point I learned them. Okay. Look at this third strike S matchup. I think that's optimal for one bar. Seemed like a pretty good round. Parrot Street Fighter to play multiple characters. I guess it's 5. It might still be 4 because I can play a lot of characters in this game. Like I can go from like Vega to like any Shoto to like Adon to like Makoto to like, you know. I've got like a good like 15 characters that I can play at an okay level of this game. Oh. There goes all of Buki's meter. A goblin. Globin. Yes, Ibuki has super jump cancel ultras. Most of the confirmed skill, the ultra's kind of bad. And only Ultra 2 even does any sort of damage in that context, which he has. Super jump cancel ultra would have been really good there. He hasn't thrown out kunai at all. It's a 50-50 on block there. It's not a true 50-50. There are setups that'll punish the kunai and the non-kunai. But Yang didn't do them. So like a kunai would have been nice there. Would have made it safe. Every time Ibuki does EXDP, she can either throw a kunai or not. And if she throws a kunai, you can punish it with like a level 3 focus. Or a level 2 focus, I think. If she doesn't throw the kunai, you can punish it with like literally anything as she lands. There are certain punishes that work against both. Like a lot of characters can do dash in. Ah, that hitbox. A lot of stuff is hitting that doesn't look like it should hit. I think this is seen as one of Yang's worst matchups, actually. No, I'm thinking of Geef. I don't know about Hugo. Hugo probably does well for similar reasons. Yang really, really hates fighting grapplers. 2-frame SPD fucks with him. Like, really fucks with him. Like, you can block one Rekka and then mash the fuck out of 360, as most grapplers, and make Yang regret ever fucking being born. Mashing Ultra even more so. He doesn't even want to approach them, and he can't use his main like pressure and damage tool on him. Universal overhead. Got backdashed. He had an OS there that he could have done. It looked like he didn't do it. Or rather, he jabbed, so that might have been his OS. But you can definitely do better than that. But the jab was guaranteed to catch a backdash there, so it's something. Hugo's jabs are pretty strong for what it's worth. Oh, nice. Good FADC there. I don't know one Rekka on block. I used to know. That might be a punish. It was reversal. Most overheads are a little minus on block. Favorite stage in 5. Damn, the sub from the new guy. The review stage is okay, and by okay I mean it's extremely good. I like the temple stage in Thailand. And I also like the nighttime Shadaloo base. And I think there's another one I like a lot. All stages are pretty good. I like Toucan stage. Forgotten Waterfall is good, especially at night. Night and day stages was a really good idea. I wish they'd have like 2 versions of every stage. That's really cheap for them to do compared to making new stages. And it also adds good variety for the player. People like choosing favorites. That's why Pokemon's popular. People like being able to spot one particular one of many things and be like, I like this one. This one's the right one for me. Especially when it's not everyone agreeing. Especially when everyone gets to have their own unique favorite. Nice links. Low jab, low short is a chain. You can do multiple jabs in they chain, I think. Or they're easy links at least. And then you can low short. And it's a chain. None of that takes any skill at all. However, low short into low strong is 1 frame. You can blink it, but you know, at the end of the day it's still 1 frame. So Rose players, for all their confirms, have a 1 frame link. Which second impact chain? Probably not. I think he only has his 3rd strike stuff. No. That ain't in this game. Gen has that though. Dennis W. fell asleep and woke up. How long have I been streaming? Oh, 6 hours. You didn't sleep very long. And also I've been at it for a while. Yo, this Balrog Bull costume is kinda great. Or Buffalo, I suppose. Buffalo costume. I mean, male buffaloes are still bulls. Bull isn't wrong. He's not even a buffalo, he's a bison. It's just a lot of people call bison buffalo. Completely different animal. Literally every American calls American bison buffaloes, even though they're not buffaloes. Oh, this low profile on the slide made the dash punch whiff. That sucks. Damn, congratulations, and if that's a good thing, because that could not be a good thing. Nice. Focusing Rose is generally a horrible idea. She has very few things that are focusable. Ow. Oh, the resets. This should kill. That was an unusual combo to go for. Raw Ultra would have done more damage than that. You can also do low strong headbutt Ultra, which would have done more damage than that. And I think you can also do focus into turnaround punch level 1 into juggled ultra, which I think does more damage than that. I've been playing fighting games since 2005 or 2006. Well, technically I played fighting games casually my whole life. But I've been playing fighting games competitively since like 2006. Frame trap. Okay. That looks good. He did light headbutt reversal. That's the least committal one. All the headbutts are kind of shitty. Only X headbutt's good. And you can't FADC any of them, so. Oh, it was too early. That was a red focus cancel. That looked like an accident. He burned an extra bar there. There was no reason to use red there. Tokido's got it, dude. I know most of them. I don't know the name of his V-skill stuff. I know, like, Zanku Hadoken. Zanku. I know, like, Go Shoryu. I don't remember if his Tatsu has a different name from Ryu's. Go Hadoken. I think it's just Tatsumaki Senpukyaku. No, Tatsumaki. I feel like it's got a different ender. It might be Zanku Kyaku, maybe. That sounds right. Tatsumaki Zanku Kyaku. I don't know what his Shakunatsu is called. It might just be Shakunatsu. Shakunatsu Hadoken. Man, I don't know all of Kima's special move names. Kongo Kokuretsu-zan. Shungoku Tatsu. Ew. Sonic went well, I beat it. Beat the game. Ooh. Oh, nice. That's very slow and thus gives the opponent a lot of time to commit. And thus has an okay success rate. Now it's like in Balrog's favor. That space dash punch is super dangerous right now. Even for just the chip it does. He should not have absorbed that. He can't armor through anything because he'll die. Whoa. That was a mistake. Either Mario Galaxy or Sonic Adventure 2. I haven't decided the order. I'll probably make a Street Fighter video and then do one of those, but I don't know which Street Fighter video I'm making. He backdashed for safety, but he actually could have released and it would have been a punish. But he was afraid that Sakura would backdash. If Sakura backdashed, his release would have been punishable. So he took the safe option. Where he got low risk, low reward instead of high risk, high reward. Nice. What a fucking drop. That was stand jab crouch for your CX Tatsu. Would have been nice. So strong. Sakura players, man. Dolphin, if I can do it. I don't believe that game can't be emulated. Too many people must have been trying for too long. I've never used Dolphin to play a Wii game, so it's going to be kind of sketch. Yes, Balrog is cheap. 2.5 frame jabs. Walk forward jabbing, you're not going to have charge. But also you have an extremely good chance of getting a counter hit. The problem is your counter hit's not going to lead to anything. He shouldn't even try and chip out. He should just wait. He's got 9 seconds. He should be easy. Yeah. That was a punish. Definitely worth taking that. If she released early, she would have died. If she forward dashed, she would have died. If she back dashed, she would have died. And she fully charged, but she couldn't hit in time, so she died. That was just a hard counter to every possible scenario. The focus was the mistake. I can technically play without the pointer. There's like a couple times where I'm going to need it. With the DS emulation, they made it so you can just click the screen for your pointer. But I'm guessing that's a lot harder to do for Wii. Ooh, that's gonna kill, I think. Good old Balrog, dude. Balrog's a strangely popular character in Japan. Probably because of ST. A lot of long-time players here. As a general rule, people of a nationality play the fuck out of that character. No, Japanese people normally ignore black characters. And also Japanese people normally ignore the American characters. But Balrog is kind of popular. Ooh, that might be a punish. Yeah, that was kind of good. That was pretty optimal. Punish on the instant overhead. Blech. River armored safe 1-bar attacks. That's like borderline as stupid as Balrog's current EX dash punch. However, it's less weird compared to the rest of the shit in this game. This Balrog is extremely good. This is Mogeta. Mogeta. He's a really good Remy. I mean Remy, what the fuck, Rolento. We saw him not so long ago in the tournament. Balrog's moving well right now. He took the sweep instead of the ultra. I made like a fat, elaborate tutorial for Remy. I mean, fuck, why do I keep saying that, Rolento? And I still don't remember like a lot of his combo routes. Even like, you know, now it's like 4 years, 4. It's like not even 3. But now it's 3 years down the line, I don't remember a lot of his combo routes. Low short, low forward works. You can also do like low jab, stand jab, low forward. That wasn't his normal link, but I can't think of what his normal link was. What was the button he was trying to link into? That looks fairly normal. Maybe it was just low forward. Jab, jab, low forward, rekka, rekka, rekka. Nice. Rolanto's not that bad, he's just a little gimmicky. Wow. You can backdash as a hard counter to that. You wait until you'd almost be dead. Oh, red focus. That looked like an accident. Or just a very strange play. Yeah, everyone said shoot up if he could walk faster. I agree. His walk speed's kind of slow. That's unsafe, I think. I actually don't remember. It's an overhead. Remember that. I think it's punishable. Nemo combo. He got it. That's quite hard to do. Ooh. That looked hyper optimal. Neat. Ronto's not even that bad in cross second. He was just a day 1 character. He's just easy to unlock compared to a lot of the other characters. And also very lame. Very easy to stall with Rolento. Jump like kick. That was a good play there. Oh, delayed overhead. Tricky, tricky. Seth's almost stunned. Ooh, that was like nothing. Seth has this nice thing that his combos take a long time to do. Which means he recovers basically all his stun. Stole that setup from Punko. Tricky. That's a cross up with the dive kick and a non-cross up with no dive kick. Crouch Fierce, Ultra 1. The pull adds no scaling, so it's just free meter build. Focus dash in, light pull, Crouch Fierce, Ultra 1. I agree. Street Fighter 5 would be better with the Rekka character. Bravo characters in Cross Tekken are okay. Gal's pretty good, but not because of his fireballs. Gal's really good because characters with good normals are busted in Cross Tekken. Such as Chun-Li, such as Vega, such as Hwoarang. That's three very, very obvious examples. Characters with bad normals are usually pretty bad. Such as, what's his name? What's his name? The fucking edgy-ass cyborg Yoshimitsu's rival. Brian Fury. Brian Fury. Such as Paul. Raven had good normals. Sagat had kind of bad normals. Ogre had okay normals. They weren't great. They should have just made, in Cross Tekken, they should have just made Paul like a single hit warrior. That's a link. They should have just made his combos fucking baby mode, but instead they made him like slow. It's like, why did they make him slow? They made his attacks have a lot of startup and they made his walk speed shitty. He's okay, he's not like a bad character. But they just gave him some weaknesses that he never had in Tekken. All they had to do was make his combos short, and that would have like cemented him as a power character. Yeah, he hits like a fucking freight train. He's actually very strong. There's other good tagging characters who are good, not because they're strong though. There's certain characters who don't get launches really easily, but if they get a launch, they get a really long dumb combo, like Lei. So if you get a tag combo into Lei, his combo damage is actually pretty good. The thing about Paul, yeah, he's not even that strong. It's just that his damage is in fewer hits than most characters. So his like total damage is like okay, but like his damage per hit is really fucking high. Wow. Pirog was one of many people who like barely learned the game. He played it for a decent amount of time compared to most people for what it's worth. But like a lot of people kind of played Street Fighter for Cross Tekken without really learning it. They didn't really try to find any tech or anything. And they didn't really try to find an optimal way of footsying. There are players now who have the optimal ways of footsying. But like most of the pros, most of the would-be pros actually never even played the game. And that kind of includes Infiltration, to be honest. Infiltration just hung on by his footsies. But his combos were kind of sketch. And his setups were kind of sketch. Cross Tekken is a creativity-based game. You can just go in with good footsies. Ooh, this is a lot of damage. That's very easy in the corner. You have to do a dash mid-screen. You can actually do a walk. The walk motion is quarter circle forward, and then you hold forward. Then you hit 3 punches. not that hard. The dash is more consistent but harder. It's just dash into double quarter circle. I don't know about this matchup at all. It's okay to make a move broken if it's a high. Highs seem to have the best general properties in Tekken. And then mids, then lows. Which makes sense. I feel like Chris G actually played Street Fighter Cross Tekken right. He did better than a lot of players. He got beaten by some people who didn't play it right, but just had better footsies. But at the very least, he like found some setups and like had a unique team that were also like individually two very strong characters. I don't know if Xiaoyu's that strong. Huang is for sure. Okay. Oh, the delay. That's really risky. But it beats invincibility, other invincibility. He had the right read. Oh my god. Any far stand hard kick on hit is an ultra setup. It struggles into ultra. It's also immune to lows. All three of those far stand hard kicks were pretty scary. Nice. Ultra. This should kill. Rufus doesn't have 1,000 health, I don't think. He might. He might be 1,900. That sounds right, actually. 1,900 sounds right. Best character between all editions is probably Vanilla Sagat or Vanilla Akuma. Damage is quite high in Cross Tekken. It's higher than Street Fighter 4. It's also higher in Street Fighter 5. It's just easier to restore health. But like, match viable 500 damage combos are actually fairly common. And they use less meter than in Street Fighter 5 or 4. You can have match viable like 500 damage combos for 2 bars. And then there are certain characters you can hit up to 600 or 700 with specialized setups. Particularly with the right gem loadout. Or the right connect, like if you get a good jump in Tatsu Connect is, jump in EX Tatsu Connect is can. Against certain characters or with certain tags or whatever. You can get like 600 damage combos without too much trouble. There's a lot of 3-bar 600 damage combos if you use your double super. And a lot of Pandora combos could hit like 650. Yeah, that's the thing, is a lot of people don't really know. Like, a lot of the damage is really low because a lot of people just do high scaling combos. It's very easy to do the wrong combos in Cross Tekken. And just make a combo that takes a really long time and doesn't do very much damage when you could have done a combo that does more damage in less time. Cross assault is generally bad, but occasionally it can be okay. But it's generally bad. Generally you'd rather use a super, an EX move and a super. It depends. There's a lot less scaling. Oh wait, cross assault's Cross assault's the other 3-bar thing, isn't it? It's the one where it's both people playing at once. Yeah, cross assault, especially Heihachi. Heihachi absolutely destroys. Heihachi goes from like okay tier to like super S+ tier if you're 2 people. Because there's a lot of like unblockable resets using Heihachi's Chrome Dome that you can't exploit unless you're two people. Decap attack, baby. That kind of blocking loses against everything. He should be focusing or like just jabbing. It's hard though. That's probably a punish. I don't know Rog's gimmick with cross assault. I don't sleep, baby. I'm a night shift warrior. People let DiCaprio have too much fun, but it's also really hard to stop DiCaprio from having fun. The trick is not to climb up. The trick is to not be predictable. Whoa, that jump light kick does not cross up, but jump medium kick does cross up in the same context. It's 50-50. DiCaprio blocked right. It's kind of easy to predict because most Gokins want to leave you in the corner, and also jump light kick has a higher success rate because it's less well known. So it has a good success rate. I mean, fuck. Gokins are... Any Shoto is extremely likely to go for shit like that. DiCaprio is very, very cool. She's also very, very technical. Not in a way that's like complicated either. Most of her stuff isn't that hard to do. Although her ceiling is kind of high compared to most characters. She's probably top tier. She might be top 5. But it's very hard to say because the game died before she got fully explored. Her footsies are very, very unique in a very good way. I don't like that. Oh, it actually hit. I lied. Never mind. That actually surprises me a lot. Nice. Good work. DiCaprio's name is Ragamuffin. Rolento? Rolento was never that good. I don't know if I really agree with Akuma being on that list either. I don't even know if I'd agree with Ibuki being on that list. Let's tentatively say Ibuki, Evil Ryu, Seth, Elena, Yun. I feel like that's a decent top 5. Rolento was usually called like a low tier by the end of Ultra. A lot of people thought he might be high tier early on. But then his weaknesses kind of became more and more apparent. The only guy who was doing really well with Rolento was like Nemo. And that's just Nemo being Nemo. And also people not knowing the matchup very well. Oiba. Gen slowly became a lot more playable. Gen had a lot of quality of life changes. Every version Gen became an easier character to play. And now like a normal man can actually pick him up and use him. Hugo is not good at all. Hugo's usually regarded as bottom. Hugo's bottom, but like secret mid, or maybe even secret high. Poison is usually regarded to be a top tier character. Kemi is quite good. The thing about Hugo is that he's only okay in most matchups, and then he gets destroyed by some characters. Hugo is actually involved in the worst counterpicks in the game by far. Like, even after buff. Even after 1.04. He tends to underperform compared to Geef in almost every matchup that they, like, both have. He's like better than T-Hawk. He has some of the highest punish damage in the game, but his footsies are some of the worst in the game. I feel like a lot of Hugo succeeding was mostly based on matchup knowledge, or lack thereof. He has some interesting tech though, including some unexplored stuff. There's some really good tech that I know about that I feel like most people don't know about, but Hugo players probably know about it, or some of them anyway. If you do a clap card to a SPD, it has giant range. Probably, I don't know. Gouken is questionably not a Shoto. It depends on whether you're talking about lore Shoto or fucking gameplay Shoto. Those are both lore Shotos anyway. I think, I don't know. They're both like kind of close. Gameplay Shoto Gouken is definitely not a Shoto. Alan from EX is gameplay wise anyway. Ryu's not even bad in 4. What are you talking about? He's just outclassed. It's just everything fucking Ryu does, evil Ryu can do. Ryu's not even bad. Ryu has like 3 bad matchups. Ryu's definitely better than Gouken and Oni. I don't know. It depends on the matchup. Gouken and Oni have a lot more grime than Ryu does. Ryu has very low grime. Ryu is probably mostly better than Gouken and Oni because of time. People have been playing Ryu for like fucking 20 years. If Ryu was brand new, then Oni would probably be better than Ryu. Or if Oni had existed for 20 years, rather. Ryu has some grime. Ryu has some stuff a lot of people didn't know about. Ryu has a really easy time landing his ultra in a lot of different ways, to be honest. Ken is like probably like high and maybe top in 5. I mean in 4. Ken is probably not too far away from Evil Ryu. He's extremely hard to counterpick, and he is like very hard for a lot of characters, and his damage is pretty high, and his options are pretty good. He's just generally strong. I would probably say Ken is top 10. No, I would easily say Ken is top 10. Ken is top 10. Ken's quite good. There weren't that many Ken players. How much you played Ken, though? Keep that corner, baby. Nice. Good to get that motion right. Nice, that's gonna kill. Step kick is very stupid, in a good way. Step kick in this game is like Laura light elbow, but better. Counter hit step kick, you can react and do like a hard DP link. I'm still like super sketch on that Rolento on that list. The rest of it I like. Adon is, I don't know about Adon top 10, but like that's not, I wouldn't put Adon that. Like, I wouldn't be the guy who would be like, Adon's not top 10. Adon's pretty good, dude. Adon is also extremely low in grime, but his footsies are actually extremely solid. Poison is probably top 10. So is Ibuki. I agree with both of those. Both of those characters are almost definitely top 10. Cody's like low. Cody has really good frame traps, but that's it. His footsies suffer. His damage is kind of high, but he doesn't have a lot of good opportunities to land it, and it's also very easy to drop. Most people just went for his easy links instead. I don't know if I'd put Bison in top 10 ever. Bison has mostly across the board okay matchups. Not really super one-sided. Unless it's like a really heavy fireball zoning character like Poison or Gao. Those were less bad than they were prior to Ultra, but they're still bad in Ultra. I probably wouldn't put Jury in top 10, but she's okay. Fei Long and Rose are both good, but Fei Long might be. Fei Long's not too far outside top 10 if he's not top 10. Rose is lower down, I think. Abel's secret top. There were a lot of really good Abels right at the end, but I don't know if I'd call him secret top. The tech of Abel was well understood. It's just about being overwhelming. Abel also suffered in footsies. This game's last update was 1.04, which was like years ago. It was like 2 years ago. Balrog. Balrog was very understood. Dudley is probably secret top tier. Rufus was thought to be top tier for most of the beginning lifespan of the game, and now is extremely well understood. Sakura is shadowish by gameplay. I'd give her the pass. I would tentatively only hand that out to like Ryu Kanekuma, Evil Ryu, but that's me. Dudley might be secret top tier. Dudley's a very good character if he's fully unlocked. But you need to be able to hit links like all the time forever. And very few people can do that. But his entire gameplay changes a lot when you're hitting optimal links, that's the thing. Sagat's quite good. Sagat has been strong over the entire lifespan of the game. He's like well understood and he still does well. I think that means he's pretty solid. Balrog has grime, it's just everyone knows it. So I guess it's not grime anymore, so. People stopped getting hit by Balrog gimmicks in like 2011. The actual only character I would ever call a secret top tier is probably Fuerte. What grime does Balrog have? He has fucking resets into overheads that are fucking combo meterless into ultra. How is that not grime? He also has an overhead that's 100% safe and an overhead that's extremely unsafe. And they're visually identical. The light smash versus the heavy smash. He can bait out punishes like that. I just said he has grime, it's just everyone knows it now. Literally my exact words. That shit used to work a lot. It just doesn't work anymore. Quote Baff, that shit stopped working in 2011. He's got more grime than that anyway. He's got tap. Tap is a grimy move. Tap is safe with a lot of strange invincibility. And it also gets all that damage when you hit a backdash with it. Tap is different. Well, tap is tap is mostly the same. It's just that it's stronger versions of tap or shit in this game. Level 1 and level 2 tap are pretty similar. But like level 3 and beyond, tap in this game is really bad. But tap 1 and 2 are basically the same as Street Fighter 5. The invincibility is really similar. And the speed and hitboxes and stuff. Dude, DJ is definitely bad. DJ is definitely bad. I don't know who lied to you and told you that DJ's okay, because DJ's really bad. DJ got a lot of buffs and it wasn't close to enough. A lot of DJ's buffs are actually low-key, like, not very good, that E2. Like, DJ got, like, Crouch Fierce as a cancelable heavy. And, like, it's trash. It, like, never works. You can hit it, and then, like, not have enough, not hit it during the cancel window, because it's only the first frame. And it only does 20 damage more than low strong anyway. I think DJ probably was bottom 5. A lot of DJ's problems are ingrained into his character. Like, he can't whiff punish very well because he can't move. If you move at all, you can't get optimal combos with DJ. So he's almost at the mercy of his opponent. Like, DJ has no link to give himself charge. He does, but it just involves a bunch of lights and gives you a really scaled combo. You can't do, like, close forward, low strong to get inherent charge. DJ has no inherent charge combos that don't involve a bunch of jabs. Which means his ability to convert is always shitty. It's like, technically speaking, if he gets, like, good punish combos, he can do, like, 550 damage. But, like, you never ever get those. Every DJ just does fucking, like, 200 damage combos. DJ, in practice, has, like, the lowest damage in the entire game because he's doing shit like fucking close forward, low jab, low forward. And that does, like, 180 or something. It's like, enjoy your combo, nerd. His footsies aren't even great either, and a lot of characters can just fuck him. Best task characters always can. Also, Abel only has an infinite on like a couple characters. Getting followed by Fuerte sounds like best task characters. Gen is completely retarded if it's tasks. Sim is probably top 1 in SD. Unless you kind of Kuma, in which case Sim is top 2. Kita Senju is like the only person who says DJ's even okay. And he doesn't even do that well. He just does better than other DJs. Saying DJ's okay is only fine until you have to say characters who are worse than him, and then you realize there are no characters worse than him. It's like T-Hawk. T-Hawk is worse than DJ. Sim is probably better than Vega, even considering that Vega does okay against Sim. It's probably a 5-5 to be honest. I wouldn't even say Vega beats Sim. Vega does better than Sim, better at Sim than most characters. I don't think Dhalsim's like bottom 5. There weren't many Dhalsim players, but the Dhalsim players that existed were pretty good. Honda probably was bottom 5. Hakan probably wasn't, but we'll never know because there were no Hakan players. Hakan actually did get meaningful buffs over the course of the games. Yeah, it's literally because Sim shits on the other characters harder. I can explain in 1 second why T-Hawk can have a DP and a command grab and still be shit. Alright, you wanna hear my 1 second explanation? He has nothing else. That's it. That's why. let me actually give a real reason on why T-Hawk is bad despite having those two tools, okay? Those two tools are a good mix-up with each other, okay? But if you eat a DP, you eat, like, not even 200 damage, okay? Like 160. I forget the amount for T-Hawk's DP. It's kind of high compared to most DPs. But it won't even always do 160 because it has, like, a weaker version if it hits from far away. Which it will if you backdash. So, T-Hawk, if he hits you with a DP, you take like 160 and also possibly 80, okay? If you block T-Hawk's DP, he can't F-ADC it. Well, I guess he can technically, but like only the X one. Or like one of the meterless ones, but it's not invincible, so have fun. If you block DP, T-Hawk takes 300 to 500, okay? So T-Hawk is taking, like, depending on whether you have Ultra and depending on how much resources you want to use. So T-Hawk is taking quite a lot of damage. Let's say like 250 to 500, depending on resources. T-Hawk is taking, like, double the damage you are, okay? And now let's say T-Hawk SPDs. If T-Hawk successfully SPDs you, he gets, like, 200 damage, okay? And if you, like, neutral jump an SPD, T-Hawk takes like 300 to 500, okay? So T-Hawk is still taking generously more damage than you. Let's say like 1.5 times more, okay? T-Hawk does not have 1.5 times your health. This is Kita Senju. This is him. This is the man of the hour. T-Hawk will mathematically lose as long as you don't guess wrong every time. T-Hawk loses more often than he wins going for his mix-up. That's why it's okay for him to have both of those things. Is because he, like, if he just relies on that mix-up, unless he guesses right a lot, let's say, like well over half the time, like 70% of the time, he'll take more damage than he deals. It's okay to give a character a busted 50-50 when both options lead to them losing worse if the 50-50 fails. T-Hawk loses to random chance. That's the truth. That's Sin strong. That shimmy. Hey, boost. I think I know fucking almost everything there is to know about T-Hawk in this game. One of my main friends who played this game main T-Hawk, and he was like an okay T-Hawk. But I, like, unfortunately, like, as good as he got at T-Hawk, I got like 10 times better at shooting down T-Hawk. Yes, I did know that. It's hard though. It's easier on some characters than others. The micro walk. DJ is like probably high tier in ST. He was thought to be low, and then he was thought to be mid, and now he's thought to be high. He didn't get any changes in all that time. It took like 15 years for people to acknowledge that DJ is an okay character. He's one of the best fireball chuckers. He's basically Guile without the weaknesses. He's like half Guile, half M. Bison. He has good versatility, that's his thing. He's got everything. He's got 4 special moves and they all have a very good roll. He gets really high anti-air damage off of that thing, the up kicks. He gets really high damage in general off of his machine gun upper. He can actually do touch of deaths on a ton of characters with it. He has a fireball in a game where fireballs are really important. And if you're holding down back, he can mash fucking safe sobots on you to do some chip damage, which is pretty good. So he's got good ways of protecting himself against rushdown, and he's got good ways of destroying people who hold back. And then also, if he opens you up, he has an extremely high damage attack. Dictator's probably like solid mid, maybe high. The thing about him is he's like the best. After Vega, he's like the best character who doesn't have a fireball. Actually, it's Balrog then Vega, or Vega then Balrog, and then Dictator. It's all Shadow Loop basically. Um, the thing about Dictator is that he literally kills off a jump, but that's it. He's very vulnerable to fireballs. He's like a better. He's like a better Fae. He moves worse than Fae because he's a charge character. But like he can kill so much easier. His damage is like double phase because touch of stun. Dictator has a fairly easy touch of stun combo. So if he literally connects a jump in, he just wins. He literally just wins. Like if Ryu starts the round with fireball and Dictator starts the round with up forward, Dictator will literally just kill. The combo's like jump roundhouse, stand short, stand roundhouse or something like that, and that dizzies. And then it's like jump roundhouse, like I forget, some link. And then Sister Kick. I forget. It's like some combo. That I remember is Touch of Stun. Honda beats anyone without a fireball and loses to anyone with a fireball. That's almost universally true. He absolutely demolishes characters like Zangief and Kami. And he gets completely flattened by like Ryu or Ultigot. I don't know if Honda beats Boxer. That's like the best character without a fireball. I think Honda's less vulnerable to Boxer than you would think, but I don't think he beats him. Sure, there you go. This is stun combo. He has all of them. And stun is randomized, but Dictator has combos that will always stun, even factoring the randomization. I used to hate Fuerte a lot, but that T-Hawk player also played Fuerte, and I played a lot of Fuerte. And the more I played him, the more I was like, this character is actually not that good. He got a lot of ultra buffs, though. Like a lot. Like more than almost any other character. And the ultra buffs he got were extremely good. The reason El Fuerte is good and the reason everyone hates El Fuerte are actually extremely different reasons now. The moves everyone hates dealing with are actually very easy to deal with. And the moves that are really busted, people don't seem to have much complaint about. I understand why people hate Fuerte. It's not because he's strong. It's because it feels like he removes any sort of like decision making you have from the game. El Fuerte he's got grappler style gameplay. He only has a couple command grabs and they're off of like a run, so they're very. It's like he only has Bull Revengeancer basically. And then he has a tap, but it's like a one-button tap. It's like Birdie Zonk. But they buffed the fuck out of that tap. That Zonk. It got really, really buffed. He has to hold any kick, and it's actually really nutty what he can do with it. It does really high damage and stun. It has an EX version that does even higher damage and stun. It lets him combo from like lights into like knockdowns at any range. It has really good properties in terms of like invincibility. I forget what exactly. I think it's unthrowable the whole time, and it's got like I don't remember if it's actually invincible. It might be airborne. It's down the short. Oh, he didn't do it. Then like kicks an OTG there. Yeah, his footsies, his damage off of his mix-up is really bad. That's why he was like considered to be low tier for a really long time. It's like he can splat you over and over and over, but each one of his splats only does like 80 damage. He can do his grab, but his grab only does like 100 some. It's like not very strong. El Fuerte is not very strong. His ultras are pretty strong, but like he only gets one of those per round. But he has a relatively easy time landing his ultras. He has an easy time landing them and a hard time confirming them. His running overhead's really good. Well, it's not really a running overhead, it's just run stop overhead. Unless you're talking about his splat, which is, you know, it's like his fucking main move. The thing about El Fuerte is that he just does a bunch of things on you that are very impossible to see. El Fuerte has some legitimately good stuff too. Like his confirms into low medium kick into Quesadilla Bomb are really good. His run stop fierce is really good. He doesn't open you up very easily though. Or he opens you up really easily into weak things that instantly end combos. He doesn't open you up into run stop fierce very easily at all. Even if you hit Fuerte out of stuff, he's usually not that unsafe. I actually agree with that. That's pretty much true. Pancake press is very minus, but it's actually kind of hard to get a good punish because he moves away really fast. And also it can hit on either side, so you have to react to which side he hit on, which you probably did if you even blocked it. Now a lot of his stuff, the punish is to hit him midair. And if you're hitting him midair, then he should slide here. Oh, never mind, he didn't. If you're hitting him midair, the damage potential is just not that good. Which is important. Fuerte is not racist, he's just stereotypical, same as every other character. You might argue that stereotypes themselves are racist. Maybe you're right. Focus dash to splash gives you a really easy punish, but also opens you up really badly to the grab. Focus is a good option to use against him, though. You have to mix up too. It's the truth. Yeah, blocking does open you up to the grab. Focus opens you up to run stop as well, which blocking doesn't. Chun was a little slept on in Ultra. I wouldn't say a lot. Her tier is hard to place because she was around for a really long time and saw very few changes. Hakan, they never gave a reason for Hakan being red, but they did give a reason for Hakan's hair being turquoise. It's apparently a pun on Toroko Ishi, which is how you say turquoise in Japanese. Toroko is the way of saying Turkish, and Ishi means stone, but I forget the reason for stone. But there was something Turkish stone, like meant something in that context. There were like a lot of Chun players. I think Chun wasn't slept on in terms of playing. She was more slept on in terms of people tended to underrate her. She's not that bad, she's not that good, she's not that anything. She is good at counterpicking. Her matchups are often one-sided, either one way or the other. She's versatile though, that's the thing. She's very versatile. Chun-Li has like high tier potential. It's like the right person could make Chun-Li high tier. I think even with the right person, like T-Hawk would never be high tier. Even if you had like the best T-Hawk player imaginable. Even if like fucking Momochi, Daigo, Infiltration, Gen, like GamerBee, everyone just picked up T-Hawk. They'd just start losing. But if all those guys picked up Chun, there'd be a Chun that was like good. Like Infiltrate, Chun. Chun has that power to like win any matchup just by being a better player. It's more you than Chun, you know what I mean? And that's because of Chun-Li's versatility. Infiltration versus GamerBee basically killed Street Fighter 4. That was it. That was the matchup. Where everyone's interest in this game died overnight. I would probably agree that Elena's underrated by the community, sadly. Well, she was until that matchup. Now people generally agree that she's like one of the top tier characters. What the fuck is a Yuri? He's talking about Yuri. Yuri spam the projectile thing. And you were Faye? They should have EX chicken winged. Chun-Li has some matchups where she wins easy, and she doesn't have that many matchups where she loses easy, but she does have some. She doesn't handle rushdown very well. And she also hates poison. Chun-Li can only halt rushdown with insane risks. Her buttons to hit dive kicks are kind of, like, bad. And, like, her only get off me is meter only with no FADC, which is not great. Infiltration versus, like... Infiltration versus GamerBee, literally, like... It was like a reverse moment, Evo moment 37. The game is alive, and then, like... People see a matchup, and they're like, wow, what am I even doing? Definitely Seth. Probably Cammy. Definitely Poison. Definitely Yun. I don't know about Rufus. Probably Rufus. There may be some more. Honestly, Ibuki is not that good for Chun-Li. Chun-Li does pretty well against Elena. I remember playing that matchup a lot. Technically speaking, Infiltration's Chun-Li pick is a counter pick. But it's a very strange counter pick. It's different from other counter picks. Chun-Li did not like Viper. I can confirm that one. The X-Bird was actually okay against Viper. It's just that you only have so many meters. Seismo is also good against Chun-Li's Fireball. Seismo is like not that good against most Fireballs, but it's really good against slow Fireballs. Chun-Li is a very strange counterpick for Elena because it looks, even if Chun-Li's being played right, it looks like Elena's winning. That sounds really strange to say. Chun-Li wins through attrition, but Chun-Li literally cannot prevent Elena from getting Ultrameter. But even if Elena gets a lot of Ultrameter, Chun-Li still outdamages Elena, even if Elena gets like the free Ultras. Because Chun-Li fundamentally wins in footsies. The best thing that Elena can possibly do is take the unlimited Ultrameter and try and win in footsies and like do badly, but like do at least well enough that you can out heal to get the remainder of it. It's basically guaranteed to go to a time over if both players are playing properly. Elena's main Fireball answers do not work against Chun-Li's Fireball because it's too damn tall. You can't slide under Chun-Li's Fireballs. EX Rhino Horn through Fireballs is absolutely trash. Elena's jump is absolutely trash. What's the other one? There's like 4. Elena has like 4 main Fireball answers. Ultra 1. You don't want Ultra 1. You'd rather have Ultra 2. So basically Chun-Li can throw Fireballs for free. And Elena basically cannot prevent it. So you've got to get all of your fucking approach or like, you know, combos or punishes or anything. You've got to get everything while Chun-Li doesn't have charge, which is rare. Nice. Otherwise, the only thing you can do about a fireball is just focus it. And focusing it does not get you in. But if you focus it, you get some Ultra Meter. And it's pretty easy to find opportunities to get a healing off against Chun-Li. But the problem is, all the focusing you did, you probably took more damage than this healing is going to give you. I fell off the internet. But I missed a bunch of messages. Come back. Come back, chat. Nice little confirm. Ultra W is not even that good because Ultra 1 is really hard to go through Chun-Li Fireball, so you have to be very close. I think Ultra 2 is probably the correct play. Ultra W might be okay. It's not great, but at least it gives you another option. Ooh. It's probably only even. Like, factoring all that, it's probably only even. With everything I just said about Elena Chun-Li, it's probably just 5-5. But if someone wins it, it might actually be Chun. Nice. The spiral arrow was annoying, dude. Sometimes I get hit by the second hand of hard spiral arrow because I shifted to high block. It's like, oh, okay. The thing about Infiltration versus GamerBee is that both of the players played it basically perfectly, but everyone saw them playing it perfectly and thought that GamerBee was fucking up really bad. Or not GamerBee was fucking up. Infiltration was fucking up. Chun-Li cannot prevent healing, and she also cannot prevent, or she can prevent Elena from getting Ultra Meter, but in doing so, she gives Elena much better footsies. It's better off to give Elena the Ultra Meter and take the good footsies. So everyone was like, stop giving Elena Ultra Meter and like stop letting him heal, but like Infiltration was better off doing what he was doing. Infiltration was playing it 100% correctly. And everyone was acting like he was, like, A, that he was fucking up, and B, that Elena was completely stupid. Which, Elena might be completely stupid, but that matchup... Everyone was acting like Elena took everyone was acting like GamerBee played really badly and won because, like, Elena was strong. Like, he just cheesed his way to a win because of, like, Elena's cheap tricks. Even though, like, Elena, like, Infiltration was playing, like, had the better footsies. But, like, Chun-Li will win the footsie battle in that matchup. And it's, like, a fair matchup, even considering that. Like, it wasn't, like... It's not a one-sided matchup. Literally, like, it was... As an Elena player, I watched that matchup and I was like, this is really good play. Like, this is really good anti-Elena. I remember thinking that as I was watching. I was like, this is some fucking deep shit right here. But most people just completely missed the point. Most people, like, could not understand what they were looking at. And they just thought that it was like a really bad matchup when they weren't realizing that it was being played 100% correctly. Because it looks like it's being played wrong. But it only looks like it's being played wrong if you don't know the full deets. That might have crossed up. That was a good block if it did. Lotus 6 is one of the best poisons. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him do much. The thing about the Evo that Luffy won is that he has a lot of experience against every character he had to fight. Sagat Rose is not that bad. In either direction. But Luffy fights like Fei Long all the time, and he fights Sagat all the time. I think they knew the matchup a bit, but they just didn't know it nearly as much as Luffy did. Luffy knew the matchup like 1,000 times better than them because he regularly fights a really good Sagat and a really good Fei. And who else? There was like another one. There was another matchup still that he had extremely regularly. Luffy got like the perfect bracket. He actually got hell brackets, but then he got a perfect bracket for top 8. Akuma. I don't know if there's that many good Akumas. Nice chasing! Kami is really good at chasing. Dropped a combo. Remember FADCs to save yourself if you drop combos? That was a cool system. Luffy had like the worst bracket imaginable. But then the top 8 was pretty good. This Kami's killing it. Viper's Dizzy's kind of low. Santaroman is a really good Sagat, so... This is that matchup. This is Kantana. He's one of the really long-time Japanese Geef players. He goes to he goes to arcades every fucking week. Every day, every week. He picks Geef in every single game, and he's pretty good. He's like the ultimate arcade goblin of Japan. Because he's always there. Any game that's Street Fighter that has Geef in it, he's out there playing Geef. As long as the game's in arcades. Oh well. Ibuki's not that hard to play. Like if you want to do like super jump cancel ultras, that's like the hardest thing that Ibuki generally has to do. If you want to do Ibuki set play, it's very easy. The only thing Ibuki has that's executionally difficult, that's like good and generally useful, is light spin kick into jab, which just adds a bit of damage to all our combos. But it's an unblinkable one frame link, so enjoy. Gotta bind that back button. Viper's execution is it's very hard, it's just that it's, once you know it, you know it. It's not like Link's where you drop it. Like, even if you know it. It's like cancels. It's like once you know how to do the proper canceling, Viper's easier. This is the matchup that Kemi wins, but if she messes up, she just dies instantly. I don't know if she wins it. It's like pretty even. But if Kemi messes up, she instantly dies. That's how this matchup goes. Kemi has to play like a robot in this matchup. Oh no. No EX hand. He could have chased that down easy. This might kill. Nasty. DP's not that hard if you do them even a little bit. Just play a character with a DP. Just play Rio a while. And I promise you'll become the god of DPs. Kami's worst matchup. That... that might be true. It's very volatile. And Kemi doesn't really have a whole lot of bad matchups. Street Fighter 5 actually has the same DP shortcuts that 4 has. That's a punish. That was really good. Stand strong instant SPD. You saw that his attack was armored. Grabbed Fuerte before he could run away. Yeah, micro walk, stand, medium kick. It's hard to punish that. Every character has like only a few things that'll punish it. It recovers. It's very easy to punish in that it's very minus, but it's very hard to punish well because it's very far away. Most characters get like a poke. Certain characters can get more than that. Fei Long gets like 3 Rekkas or whatever. That Link is, I think he got that Link in Ultra. And then that Ender he got in Ultra. Or that Ender always existed, but it got good in Ultra. And that combo ended up becoming a really good combo. Nice. Oh my god, when you only make right reads. Okay. Whoa. That was probably an accident. Oh my god. Nerf Geef. That was ill. Almost all the players are elimed. Only a couple matches left. Kenzo. I think Akuma probably wins this matchup, but it's also extremely volatile. I think people overstate how much characters look and play the same in Street Fighter 5. That being said, everyone does rush down for the most part. There's a lot of combo freedom in Ultra. It's just that everything in Street Fighter 4, there's a bunch of combos, but there's only like 5 good ones. And then in Street Fighter 5, there's only 5 combos at all, but they're all good. That's how it works. Combos are like as streamlined now for the most part. I mean, they're not as streamlined, but like there's basically very, very specific setups where you would go for like very unusual combos in this game. And then the ability to do those specific combos is basically gone. So it's like, I feel like it's worse, but like, it's not that different. Practically speaking, it's almost exactly the same. Oh, that kind of everyone plays the same. That's true. People who play the same character play the same. Wow, that's cheap. That's cheap. That's some cheap shit. Tech a throw, then SPD a backdash. Delete Geef. I think more characters can make a game good. I don't know why everyone's so adamantly against that. Why is it such a strange concept? Take your favorite fighting game and then remove your main. Is the game worse? Yes. Therefore, adding your main would make the game better. There are a lot of people who are playing characters that they wouldn't ordinarily main because their would-be main doesn't exist yet. I certainly wouldn't like Street Fighter 3 nearly as much if Aura wasn't in it. Oh, there it was. That was regular throw into SPD. And that time, I couldn't have expected it. That's nice. Adding characters can make a game better. One of the main things people bitch about with Street Fighter V is that 4 has like 45 characters and 5 has like 25. I hear that all the time. I can't play my main. When are they going to add so-and-so? That's probably the complaint I hear the most about Street Fighter V, is when are they going to add so-and-so? Nice. I didn't say that adding new characters will like fix everything, but it will make a game better. But adding new characters can fix fundamental issues if it's like issues of sameness, for example. People say every character is rushdown and then they add a bunch of defensive characters. Now what? I feel like I used to think that there was very little growth you could have in Street Fighter V, but now I don't think that at all. Don't forget that Evo literally was won by two people who just had better footsies than everyone else, in a game where people say it's impossible to have good footsies. Or like it's impossible to get better at footsies, or it's impossible, like, it's just rush down into guesses and to win. Literally, like, Evo top 2 was two people who got there literally by being better at, like, neutral. By playing at a higher level. By actually dodging mix-ups by never being in mix-up scenarios.